I added ID age verification to the most unhinged Minecraft mod. Now sometimes while you're playing through the mod, you might get this pop-up. That's because this mod's AI technology couldn't verify if you're an adult or not, based on the gameplay that it tracked from you. And this will lock some blocks and items behind the verify age button. So you can either choose OK and keep playing like normal, or you could do verify age to get those privileges. Although that's gonna require your government ID. Hit verify age. And it was successful. Now you can see I'm verified 18. Yeah, shortly after you verify, there's going to be a data leak, and everyone in the world is going to be able to find your ID and find out where you are. So you just got doxed, pretty much. So now I have a permanent Dexed Effect, and this means all mobs can see me from way farther away. And not only that, but occasionally you can get raided, where a bunch of mobs will spawn around you, kind of similar to like an invasion of sorts, like an alien invasion. A bunch of mobs will spawn around you. And yeah, you will never lose this Dexed Effect, even if you die. Mobs are always going to know where you are. On the other hand, though, let's talk about the blocks and items that adults are allowed to build with. With 4 stone bricks and the verified 18, you can make 18 plus bricks. And these blocks are so stylish, only adults can use them. And you best believe they come in stair, slab, and wall variants as well. So yeah, just give away your ID and all these privileges can be yours. That's all, by the way. By breaking grass around the world, you have a chance to get tobacco seeds. And these are a new crop. Just make sure you're careful what you're breaking, or else you might break some trapped grass, and this will spawn the new enemy, the ghillie. And ghillies will just kind of chase you down, try and kill you. They're pretty standard, run-of-the-mill, basic enemies. Just be careful about what you're breaking. But yeah, tobacco can be planted and grown with bone meal. And this is pretty much the next big drug item in the mod, of course. Harvest these plants and I get tobacco leaf. And now with 6 paper and 3 tobacco leaves, I can make a cigarette. And now cigarettes are a new smokable item, kind of similar to the joints, if you remember those. You can light them if you have a flint and steel in your offhand and you get a lit cigarette. And if I blow into this, you can see I get absorption and slowness. Yeah, the cigarettes just make me relaxed, which means I'm tankier but slower. With some magic and 8 balls, you can get the magic 8 ball. And this is a pretty simple item. If you remember the magic 8 ball from Unhinged Utilities, it's basically the exact same thing. I just wanted to have it in this mod as well, but yeah, right click and you get an answer. So yeah, if you ever have problems making decisions like, hey, magic 8 ball, should I rob that Burger King? Looks like I should do it. A magic 8 ball is pretty helpful for that kind of thing. There's a new craftable weapon. With 2 reinforced diamond, 2 iron, a string, an arrow, and 3 leather, you can get the bag of arrows. And this is just kind of a neat weapon. Right click with 10 arrows in your inventory. And you can throw them all at once. Just kind of a fun shotgun, multi-shot type of weapon. Very fun. Very effective against large crowds, of course. This weapon's just really for crowd control, and also even good against single attackers, not gonna lie. And yeah, it requires diamonds because you need a pretty reinforced bag to do stuff like this. Now, we all remember the recycler, right? It's that nice block that turns your garbage into scrap. Well, it just got a lot more useful. Now, we remember the matter synthesizer, right? It makes PP matter using large amounts of energy. You can see it's going up pretty fast because I'm using the creative-only solar panel. And you also may know that you can add scrap to it to make it even faster and more efficient. Well, first of all, we got a new way to get scrap metal that you might find kind of easy as long as you're skilled. Introducing space debris. Space debris is a new block that can be mined in the top layers of the world and also in the asteroid belt. But yeah, space debris is pretty simple. Just mine it with your pickaxe. Hopefully you don't die doing this. You gotta be careful. But yeah, space debris can be recycled in a recycler. You can see I got some scrap metal from it. Not only that, but you can also put it in a scavenger to get some iron and maybe even some circuits and redstone back from it. So yeah, pretty good way to get some of those resources. But yeah, the reason why we want so much scrap metal is because it's really good to put in the matter synthesizer. And believe me, we're gonna be needing the matter synthesizer for this next feature. Also, just a warning, if you want to go deep underground, like I'm talking bedrock layer, you have to get this far down for this new feature. Definitely make an ultra bright flashlight and a thumbs up necklace. The flashlight will get rid of blindness and darkness, and the necklace, as long as it's on your chest, will get rid of dread. But yeah, this new system that I added to my mod requires bedrock, and it's also very late game. Like I'm talking post-alien invasion. You want titanium for it. You want to make a titanium chisel with a titanium ingot, which I don't know if you remember the crafting tree for it, but it might take a little bit. It involves killing a lot of bosses to get the gear required to make it. And you're also going to want a lot of PP matter. Now notice the titanium chisel. Strong enough to chip off the outer layers of bedrock. But yeah, you can see if I right click on bedrock, I just engraved a rune onto it. And if I hit that rune again, you can see I change it, can go back to regular Bedrock. So yeah, I'm able to chisel runes into Bedrock now. And yeah, Bedrock runes are going to be kind of like an advanced crafting, transmutation, item creation, enemy creation, biome changing, like weird freaking... It's a weird system that I'm adding to my mod. I think this is going to be kind of interesting. I honestly just need ideas in the comments with what to do for it. I'm going to leave this one really open-ended. I'll show you some examples of what I added and what I have ideas for. And if you have any ideas whatsoever for the Bedrock runes, drop them in the comment section and I'll add them probably if they're good. Yeah, I want a lot of good user ideas for this one. But yeah, Bedrock runes can be used for rituals. First of all, they can only be used to transmute certain stuff, but I also want to make it where like you can change biomes, spawn certain mobs, craft certain like powerful items with it. So yeah, I got a lot planned, but first of all, let's talk about its transmuting properties. Now, first of all, there's 4 runes you can make with Bedrock. There's Fehu, Uruz, Awaz, and Yera. I'm gonna add more runes too. I don't know if I'm gonna add all of them. I know there's like 24 runes or something in real life. Probably just gonna add the ones I have ideas for because some of them kind of overlap. We'll see what I do. Maybe I'll add all of them if I feel like it. If you guys have ideas on what certain runes should be used for, also do that in the comments. Like if you want me to add a certain rune and you have ideas for it, let me know. All the runes kind of have like vague specificness to them. Like Yera is related to like rewards, so it's going to be used in one of these transmutation recipes, which is the first one I'm going to show off. So yeah, we need a rune of Yera for it, and we also need Uruz rune for it, which would be this one. Yeah, if I put a meat block in between these two, you can see it got turned into experience. So yeah, these runes are extracting the experience out of the meat blocks here. And you know, meat blocks are made out of mobs. Mobs have experience. That was my thought process on this one. Yeah, pretty good late game way to get experience here. Not only that, but the other way that Bedrock runes can be used is for transmuting blocks into other blocks. Yeah, for this next one, I'm going to want a rune of Awaz, and then I'm pretty sure it was an Uruz for this next one. I may have got that wrong. Hold on. I think it's Awaz here and then Uruz here. Put copper. No, it wasn't copper. Maybe redstone. Yeah, I'm going to have to like get better at memorizing these. I have somewhere in the game where it tells you where all the runes do probably, or maybe it's kind of fun to experiment. I don't know. I'll think about it. I remember what it was. You want an Awaz rune with copper and then a Fehu rune on top, and you can see the copper got turned into tin. So it's a nice little equivalent we're getting here. Copper into tin. Not only that, but with another Fehu rune and redstone, I believe. Or maybe not. I think it was Fehu on the bottom for this one. Or no. Oh, actually, no, I got that wrong. It was a Yera rune, I think, and I want it on the bottom. So make a Yera rune and then redstone for lapis. And now with the Fehu rune on the bottom and lapis, it turns into redstone again. So it's another conversion. Lapis to redstone. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any more ideas for these rune rituals. I've been coming up with a few ideas, and I'm excited to see what you guys got. Last thing I added to the mod is a heart attack implant. This is something side quest related. I didn't finish it. I'll save it for next video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, join my Discord, follow my Twitter, play industrial basis, subscribe to my second channel, visit my website, suggest stuff in the comments, and goodbye.